Mic check 1 2 1 2. Wanna beef with the king? What is you gonna do? We about to start this HHN special report. Da-na-na. We going back again. Who is it? Nigga Hurricane. Hood news. In the house again. Said the pack of men. Ladies and gentlemen, front, left, right. We back again. Who is it? Nigga Hurricane in the motherfucking building. In the house again. Look, we going back again, we going back again, we going back again for the very first time. Don't worry if I write checks. I write rhymes. What's good? HHN special report. We got some shit to talk about. And today, it ain't going to be about Charlie Kirk. Because shouts out to Crystal is cool again. Because that shit, that she sucked me. We. If you from Peru, you know what we. You know what it means. You know what I'm saying? It means yes, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you again, man. That's an explosion. That's dynamite. I hope they don't get rid of me because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good. So far, so good. I am still online. They didn't get rid of that Charlie Kirk shit yet. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm good. But once they get rid of it, y'all gonna know. But shouts out to everybody. Much love to the goddess Vanta. You know my president is over there in your neck of the woods, Vanta. You know my president is over there in your neck of the woods, Vanta. I mean, like, not president, but like the president over here in the States. That son of a bastard is over there. Vanta, keep your sniper on ready. They up security and everything. I saw the little parade y'all got over there. They got Trump like in a baby diaper and shit. Y'all don't like that motherfucker either. Y'all don't like that motherfucker either. Shouts out to the UK. Shouts out to the motherfucking UK. All right? Shouts out to the rebels that came out there and said, man, fuck Trump. We're going to put up a big-ass balloon saying, fuck this nigga. I'm talking about they up security like a motherfucker. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, we're going to get up into some motherfucking other dudes, before we get to the Trump shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Trump is over there in the UK on his visit. Last time he was there, the Queen was alive, I think. During his first time. I'm not really sure. I think so. I think they said in the motherfucking video. But, yeah. And we got some more shit on the floor. Russia out here shooting bombs on military exercises and shit. But real talk, Trump is over there in the UK, Vonza. Keep that sniper ready. I know that sniper looks so beautiful. You know, whatever color you got on it, I know that motherfucker nice and shiny. Just keep that motherfucker on ready, baby. So, better get off into it. This is the HHN special report. And for the Charlie Kirk update, make sure y'all watch the Charlie Kirk shit and subscribe or just go to the channel Into the Stars. Y'all can subscribe if y'all want to, but I recommend subscribe because that motherfucker grabbed some shit that we ain't catch. Everybody was focused on the straight shot instead of focused on the side shot. You know what I'm saying? And going back to what I said, this shit is a distraction, but it's also a diversion. Distractions and diversions, shit. We call them magic tricks. That motherfucker got popped in a fucking dome. That shit wild. Subscribe to Into the Stars. No space is all is all mashed together. Into the Stars. And shouts out to Crystal is cool for keeping me up on game with this shit, man. Oh man, I did not see that coming, man. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal, you cold for that one. You cold for that one. That's why you the guy to subvert for that. Shouts out. And much love to Vonta over there in the UK. It's like 5 going on 6. I think it's going on 6 over there, right? It should be like 6 o'clock in the UK right now. And I think it's like 9 o'clock over there in California love. And it's motherfucking, I think probably just hit the afternoon in Chicago. Shouts out to Chicago. Shouts out. And I think it's probably 1 o'clock in Georgia. I think it's the same time. So shouts out to everybody. But let's get off into it. First piece of news.
The recent strikes on Israel's like, they're what are they bombing 7 countries and then claiming to be the victim? The recent strikes on Yemen, which Israel's like, they're what are they bombing 7 countries and then claiming to be the victim? It's kind of a crazy thing. So this is an update on the increase in the number of martyrs injured among citizens due to the treacherous Zionist crime committed by the criminal Zionist enemy entity targeting the capital, Sana'a, and Al-Jawafate. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry, guys. Dumb American. With several airstrikes on the afternoon of Wednesday, September 2025. I don't know if there's supposed to be a day there. The number of martyrs and injured in the capital has risen to 35 martyrs and 131 injured. So again, here from Anti-War, my pal Dave DeCamp, he did a great write-up on this. So the death toll in Israeli airstrikes on Yemen rises to 46, including 11 million women and 5 children. Nice. Yemen's health ministry said on Thursday that the death toll in the Israeli airstrikes that hit the Yemeni capital of Sana'a and the Jawaf province on Wednesday has risen to 46, including 11 women and 5 children. Another 165 people were wounded in the attacks, including 31 children and 29 women. Health ministry spokesman Anas Asfahi, good God. So the numbers were a, quote, non-final toll, suggesting it could rise if rescue workers dig more dead or wounded people out of the rubble. Familiar scenes. The majority of those killed, 38 died in the strikes on Sana'a, which targeted residential areas in the Al Tahrir neighborhood. Photos and videos of the aftermath show a significant amount of rubble in the neighborhood and children who were wounded in the attack. There's pictures and videos of this. I've seen them and I recommend it. I've had enough of the... I've had enough.
Yes, I had enough of it too. And plus what mostly I had enough of is the motherfucking CGI pictures that they mix in with the real pictures. You know, just pay attention to the fingers, pay attention to the eyes and the neck. Just look at everything closely. And another thing that makes me mad about all these motherfucking attacks, y'all have pictures of all these dead bodies of all these civilians and kids and all this shit, but you don't got pictures of the bodies of the soldiers that's fighting over there in Ukraine and Russia. I'll never forget, man, dog, man, nigga, like they rubbed my shit clean on all the beginning of the propaganda of the Ukrainians having cardboard weapons. All the thing they doing is shooting that motherfucking open fields and abandoned on buildings. Talking about a motherfucking mall blew up with thousands of people in it, but there's no cars in the parking lot. Like, come on, man. It's like they say, like it's a war zone right here. You know, and they show the war zone of the destroyed buildings and on fucking houses, but all the cars are perfect. Like no dust, no damage. Like the motherfuckers pulled up to the motherfucking destroyed area and said, all right, everybody set up.
Despite the heavy Israeli strikes, the Houthis, officially known as Ansar Allah, remain defiant and announced more attacks on Israel on Thursday. Quote, the missile force of the Yemeni armed forces carried out a military operation targeting an Israeli military target in the Negev region using a Palestine-2 hypersonic ballistic missile, said a Houthi military spokesman. The Israeli military said they intercepted a missile fired from Yemen, while Sari said the attack achieved its goal because it caused, quote, millions of herds of usurping Zionists to flee to shelters. He also said that the Yemeni forces fired 3 drones at Israel and vowed that the attack will continue until there's a ceasefire in Gaza and an end to the Israeli blockade on the Palestinian territory. Yemen is really the only country that's doing anything about anything, which is why Israel's...
Yeah, Yemen is the only one that's calling out Israel's bullshit. It's like, yo, man, y'all bombing kids. It's like, dog, if this is a war, nigga, just why you not bombing military bases or like, you know, to take down the power structure? Why do you gotta bomb kids and civilians? That's not war, nigga. That's motherfucking genocide. Like, man, this motherfucking man. And our country funds this shit.
And attacking them on a regular basis. So, quote, we will continue.
I got a friend from Yemen. You know, like, back when I used to work in parking, he worked at the other parking service. It was like, you know, like right next door. You know what I'm saying? He was so cool, dog, and he was from Yemen. He used to motherfucking work here and send money back to his family and shit. So, you know, and we talk about politics and how our country be always fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, fuck Israel, dog. And I'm going to always say it.
Continue our support operations for Gaza until the aggression against it stops and the siege is lifted. End quote. I love to see that. The Houthis stopped their attacks on Israel and blockade on Israeli shipping during the short-lived Gaza ceasefire that went into effect in January 2025, which Israel violated in March of 2025. That's what they do. Sari also said that Yemeni forces fired 3 drones at Israel and vowed that the attacks would continue until there's a ceasefire in Gaza and an end to the Israeli blockade of Palestinian territory. Quote, we will continue our support operations for Gaza until the aggression against it stops and the siege is lifted. So the Houthis are known for their resilience and did not back down in the face of a very heavy U.S. bombing campaign that the Trump administration conducted from March 15th to May 6th, which killed more than 250 civilians.
Dang.
The U.S. gave up on trying to get the Houthis to stop their attacks on Israel and blockade of Israeli shipping and agreed to a ceasefire with the group. So this is not getting a lot of attention. Obviously, there's a lot going on.
Right, agreed to a ceasefire with the group. Just a group? Man, that shit could be CIA. That shit could be all orchestrated, man. This is some bullshit going on, but no one is not talking about this. But I am, and she is. Shouts out to, I think her name is Misty. She's covering for Jimmy Dore.
But I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about this. Israel has been attacking Yemen for a very long time. And again, Yemen has been really the only country that has made any attempt whatsoever to hold Israel accountable, to stop them, to cause them any inconvenience whatsoever as they continue to genocide the people of Palestine. So shout out to Dave for covering this. He does great work, again, over at antiwar.com. I highly recommend going and checking that out. But just wanted to bring this up because, again...
Yeah, all this Palestine. Free Palestine shit. How about Palestine? Destroy your own government. Just burn that bitch to the ground. How about that? I got to go to work, you son of a bitch. I should not be out here protesting. But they paying me $1,000 a day to do this shit. The risk of getting shot and tear gassed. I think you should fight your own battle. You should talk to the motherfucking people that wrote that Balfour Declaration. Because I'm about to take my black ass home. I had a hard fucking day. I've been shot at. They do tear gas at me. And someone blew up my Porsche. I have a horrible fucking day. Coming from the life of a protester that just motherfucking just trying to live. Free Palestine, my man. How about they can destroy your own government, go to that Balfour Declaration and rip that bitch in half and take your fucking land back. How about that? Like real shit. Now, on to the next. On to the next one. Mind you, going back to what I said, our country funds what Israel is doing. All right. Much love to everybody, man.
Which brings me to James Bond and the upcoming game 007 First Light.
Now, we in the gaming sector now. You already know what it is. Got to talk about the gaming for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I always try to cover the news when it comes to, politics, when it comes to the gaming, when it comes to the books. I try to cover everything but the news shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sports, hashtag go Lions. That's all I gotta say, go Lions. So you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really cover sports. I really, but go Lions and go Tigers. Tigers play today. I go in a minute, so we're doing this news shit now. Get it over with. Holla.
Done.
But we got to talk about James Bond. And before we talk about James Bond, I got to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? I got to put everything in context before we get off into the news. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of James Bond. James Bond, certain ways and quips, I kind of, apply it to my life. And let's just say, not all of it works, but some of it do. And it's not really cool for, let's just say, the women that was my age at the time. It worked on the cougars. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want to be that femme fatale. You feel me? They want to be that bad girl that want to be adventurous. Let's go on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Talking about meeting a girl and just flying out somewhere, or just going for a drive to Vegas, or just flying out somewhere again. You know what I'm saying? It's like that motherfucking living that. James Bond had the good girl and the bad girl. That's a bad motherfucker. The good girl and the bad girl. James Bond is the man. Not only that, great at close quarters combat. Mastered a lot of fighting skills. Great with any fucking weapon that he can get his hands on. Phenomenal driver until the car blows up. God damn it, Bond, I told you to bring the car back safely. I'm sorry, Q. I got caught in traffic. Caught in traffic, my ass. You used the 30 missiles. I saw you from the satellite radar, Bond. You used 30 missiles, and you got shot at by a fucking helicopter. Mind you, Q, it was an Army helicopter. And mind you, it had missiles. Yes, she was not supposed to get shot with a missile, Bond. Like the banter between Bond and Q, the tension between Bond and M, but like it ain't really bad tension. It's like, yes, I'm a female and I'm the boss. And you are James Bond, one of the greatest agents ever, but you can't do whatever you want. So I'm going talk to you with power and authority. Shouts out to Judi Dench for playing M, because it was a guy that was M first, and then it changed. I forgot which movie. I think it changed after GoldenEye. It was probably on Tomorrow Never Dies. But it's something about Judi Dench's voice that's awesome. She can play a great M, or a great whatever she played. She played in a lot of shit, but I just know her for the role of M in James Bond. Judi Dench, shouts out to her. And it was fucked up they had to kill her in Skyfall. But that's my favorite motherfucking Daniel Craig. But like I said, he smashes the good girl and the bad girl. He's great at close quarters combat. This motherfucker great with a weapon. Phenomenal driver until the car blows up. Because it's only gonna blow up on some circumstances of getting shot by a fucking military chopper or a military plane, or like he's or like he got motherfucker, or like he had no choice but to use it as a last resort and blow it up to get the fuck out of a sticky situation. Either way it go, phenomenal when it comes to the actors that play him. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan is Arbon if you grew up on GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day. Halle Berry. Now, from the soundtrack to when each James Bond come on is a great motherfucking cinematic masterpiece, and the visual perfection that they put behind the song. The fucking band, the orchestra that motherfucking plays with the shit. Shouts out to Jordan. What up, though? So it's like, and now he has his character flaws. All man has character flaws. All man has a motherfucking, he's some Bonds, not all of them, but they all kind of share this trait. Most people would call it misogynistic. I don't think so. Most people would call him a womanizer. I don't think so. Alcoholic, most definitely. I have a martini shaken, not motherfucking stirred. And then what people don't understand about Bond is his backstory. Everybody just glorify all the shit that I said, but his backstory is all the 007s that they choose has to have no connection to family or friends. Most of these 007s are orphaned, always alone. You feel me? Isolated from society, isolated from the world, but went to school, great at everything, went to the military, did this, did that, but was always a loner because of the childhood background. And they say that's made the perfect agent, someone that has no attachment to anything. And secretly, if he die in the field, no one could motherfucking claim a body. So it's like, that motherfucker belongs to the queen, mother, or MI6. So yeah, that's James Bond for you in a nutshell. But what they've done to Bond recently, they killed him. They demasculated him. They just like made the Bond movies appeal to the motherfucking bullshit audience that didn't even go see the fucking movie. But us being the fans, we saw the shit and they motherfucking killed them in front of us. The last great man of the UK, James Bond, dead. They killed Doctor Who in front of me. Turned the motherfucker to a female and gave us lectures each episode. I'm like, you're supposed to be on space adventures, traveling to other worlds, saving them from different type of aliens and doing some motherfucking miraculous shit without killing anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. Turn the motherfucker to a female, and after the female dies and regenerates, it turns into a black fruitcake, kissing men. There was a motherfucking she-male villain. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This motherfucker had the doctor dancing in a dress. For everybody that was upset in the UK over that shit, I felt their pain. I motherfucker subscribed to Hills versus Babyface. That nigga over there. Man, that motherfucker was heated. Hills versus Babyface. If y'all check out Hills versus Babyface, that motherfucker went in on Doctor Who. And I'm subscribed to I think what's her name? Mecca Random. It's a number next to it. But shouts out to Mac V Productions. What's good? What's good? What's good? But now we about to get over to the new James Bond video game that's coming out And don't get me wrong, I love the way it looked. I love the way that shit looked. I love that action. But me, when it comes to games and cinema, I'm all about storyline. I'm all about dialogue and content. You know what I'm saying? And like it's a storyline first, then it's cinematography, then it's action. My homeboy is like action, then story, then cinematography. Where me, like, if the story ain't compelling, I'm not gonna get into it. Then, like I don't want to feel like I'm forcing myself to play the game, but like, like real shit. You got some news on what's gonna be in the new Bond. So let's get off into it. It's not a long video.
People at IO Interactive. For years now, James Bond has been written by...
Gotta stop. Gotta go to the comments. What's up? Say hopefully they won't have Tom Cruise's 007. A hard sell for me, just like Marky Mark. Oh no. Oh well, like one, I feel where you're coming from. But two, they're never gonna do that. Tom Cruise is Mission Impossible. Let's just say he's James Bond of America. He's our Bond. And what makes him different and better than Bond, and I gotta say this, even though I love James Bond so much, but Tom Cruise does his own stunts. There's actors that's playing those roles as Bond over there. Tom Cruise is doing his own shit. So I gotta just give Tom Cruise that extra point. He's James Bond to the extreme. That's why I gotta give him that extra point. Because and two, he's doing his own fucking stunts. I watched this nigga jump off a fucking building, hang off a fucking plane. And I'm like, fuck it. We might as well call him our Jackie Chan too. Like shit. Tom Cruise is the American Jackie Chan. I wouldn't be surprised if he was inspired by Jackie Chan to do all the shit he doing. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. The shit was wild. It was like Jackie Chan never had a stuntman, but spoiler alert, he had a stuntman before. Like I caught a video. I gotta find it. But it's not his fault that he had to have a stuntman. Because we watched, they show all of his movies and shit, and they showed the moments where he broke a limb or broke an ankle or shit like that. He had to have a stunt man to finish the rest of that movie after that incident happened. People don't think about that. So I forgot the name of this video that I watched, but he had it, he caught it, freeze faded and everything. Daughter had a couple people to talk. I was like, oh, this nigga got him. But nothing against Jackie Chan, because we could probably say 95% of his own shit. And when you fuck yourself up, the last 5% has to be a stuntman. You know what I'm saying? But we still give Jackie Chan his props, But what makes me mad about Jackie Chan, what takes away that fucking point, is he said he didn't like Rush Hour. I'm like, nigga, you was the star of that fucking franchise. What the fuck you mean you don't like Rush Hour? And this motherfucker was like, I just don't understand all this, I'm like, you're not supposed to, nigga. That's the point of the shit. You are a fish out of water coming to America, not understanding shit. Chris Tucker have to show you the ropes. And part two is the motherfucking other way around. But Jackie Chan didn't get it. He was like, man, nigga, I still don't get it. So I'm like, fuck you, Jackie. I love your movies. Rumble in the Bronx is my favorite movie. Top motherfucking 15 greatest movies of all time. And motherfucking, I love the Jackie Chan Adventures. I grew up watching that show growing up. Saturday morning cartoon. Greatest shit ever. Had the Game Boy Advance game, you know what I'm saying? But now, let's get to what they about to do to James Bond. This is the HHN special report.
who've been trying hard to reinvent the character because the entertainment industry has been hollowed out by feminist shit stains who think that anything made for men is evil.
We believe it's possible to be entertained without demeaning women.
Shut up! Well, this interview here has just surfaced from one of the game's directors, indicating that in 007 First Light, they have gone out of their way to rewrite James Bond so that he's no longer a so-called womanizer or alcoholic, because of course that sort of thing is problematic. Never mind the fact that these same people are A-OK when the entertainment industry puts out something like this. That is fine to them, because feminists only see things from their point of view. They like stuff like Magic Mike because it appeals to them. But the same thing being done for men is bad because they get all jealous and butthurt that men are looking at someone who isn't them. So
right. It's like y'all can come out with a Magic Mike and let all the girls go crazy, but we can't watch a motherfucking James Bond movie or play a James Bond game and look at a beautiful redhead coming out the water, body glistening, walking up towards me like, what's your name? And I'm like, the name's Bond. James Bond. What's your name? And she says her name is some sexual innuendo. And she say, meet me at a room 3B. You go to the room and she's laying on the bed. I'm talking about laying on the bed, body glistening, red hair flowing, giving you that look. And she got the gun aimed at you like, so how we gonna do this? I'm like, well, I'm armed, but I'm unarmed. So, you mind if I join you on that comfortable bed of yours? She takes a shot at the dope. Bond doesn't even flinch. I don't flinch at all. Like, nice weapon, PP7, nice caliber, nice suppressor, no sound. She like, you know your weapons. I be like, I know my women as well. If you was gonna kill me, you would have killed me at the bar. So, how are we gonna do this? And then it'd be like, don't you wanna be? I can resist. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be? Tearing it up, tearing it up.
this version of 007 is clearly going to be more of the soft and effeminate Daniel Craig-style shit that we've
I can see,
seen
bro,
in the
based
past
on your
10 years or so,
presentation.
which I'm not even sure who that sort of thing is supposed to appeal to.
Ever since the women's movement, most of the men I meet go out of their way to show you how sensitive they are.
About this 007 situation, it has certainly not escaped the internet's notice that all of the female characters that have been revealed in First Light have been pretty much all either uglified or at least made very plain looking. And
Yeah. Look at the women for the First Light video game. I'm like, none of the women could be like, nope, I don't see any of those chicks on Rule 34, Rule 34. I don't see them chicks qualifying for being on that. Rule 34. But these bitches are horrible. You play the old James Bond game from back in the day, you'd be like the pixelated bitch from the N64 look better than these modern looking bitches. You can play the motherfucking, fuck it. What was the last best 007 game? Oh, Everything or Nothing. Everything or Nothing for the PS2. Those motherfuckers went all out on that game. They grabbed Willem Dafoe, Pierce Brosnan, Heidi Klum, Maya, the singer. I was like, oh shit. And she did the intro. And Maya did the intro. I was like, oh my God, it's the shit. Those characters look better than the characters that we see in this new First Light. I'm talking about, like, when a person's supposed to draw a woman, he's supposed to draw a woman. You know, when you create a woman, okay, you're supposed to create a woman. Stop playing. Stop fucking playing. Back in the day, Tomb Raider with the big titties was the first cosplay girl, man. When girls was dressing up like Tomb Raider from the game, they was like, oh yeah. So as they finally came out with the real movie, they grabbed who? Angelina Jolie. I was like, damn. You can get it, bitch. But when you go back to the James Bond movies, all those women, from the bad girls to the good girls, always fucking beautiful. They was never plain Jane bitches. Never. Nigga, that's a fucking blasphemous act to motherfucking put plain Jane or ugly bitches in James Bond. Y'all wildin'. Let's go.
Race swapped and all that sort of thing. I talked about this the other day,
Yep.
but this sort of thing is completely off brand for James Bond. This is a franchise that was written by a man and meant to appeal to men. There are, of course, female Bond fans, but that was always just incidental. The way that James Bond was built up as this larger...
Yeah, and the females love Bond because, one, they love that actor. Like I said, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan. I don't know if chicks fuck with Daniel Craig, but they definitely love the first four people I've just fucking said. Sean Connery. Ladies love Sean Connery. My mom loved all of his movies. From young to old. That motherfucking League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and shit, she love that shit. The motherfucking Rock with him and Nicolas Cage. Motherfucking The Hunt for Red October. Like, man, Sean Connery is the shit. But me, my fan is James Bond. Sean Connery will whoop your ass. Roger Moore, he was funny, he was witty, and he whooped your ass. Timothy Dalton, you kill his homeboy, he infiltrates your organization, become your right-hand man, whoop your ass. Pierce Brosnan was just fucking cool. He was cool. Just like, I'm talking about one of the coolest James Bonds ever. We all grew up on GoldenEye. We grew up on Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day. Halle Berry. So that's our Bond. That's our Bond. You know, but when I went back to go watch the others, I'm like, you know, like this was my depiction of him. I'm like, Sean Connery whoop your ass. Roger Moore will fucking tell jokes like he whoop your ass and motherfucking, you know, like he'll have you motherfucking laughing through the whole movie. But, you know, Timothy Dalton was dark. You know, Pierce Brosnan was just fucking cool. Like he got out of the way of any sticky situation. You know, when shit looked, man, it was just like, Pierce Brosnan was just too cool. That's all I gotta say. But Daniel Craig was like a balance. You know, like just a balance of Timothy Dalton. He wasn't cool at all. He was like Timothy Dalton and Sean Connery. And he finally grabbed his identity, at least to me, when he motherfucking made the Skyfall. That's my favorite one. You know, like Casino Royale was cool. Like people dig it. They say that's the best one, you know, to everybody. But, you know, like I was like, all right, you know, like if my little brother fell asleep on the motherfucking shit, I'm like, it ain't good if my little brother falling asleep. So, yeah, fuck it. Quantum of Solace, I'd rather play the game than watch the movie. But when it comes to Skyfall was the shit. Skyfall was the shit. The opening, the fucking song, great. Fucking great. But That other shit after it, that shit was trash. And this last shit that was after that, where they killed James Bond in front of me, was trash. So I was like, nigga, fuck it. Fuck it. I hate Daniel Craig. Yeah. Yup. I hated those first two movies, but like Skyfall got me. I was like, yeah, that's Bond. And then the movie after that, I was like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I hate you, Daniel Craig. And then they killed this nigga in front of me. So it's a good thing in the bad case. Oh, all right. It's a good thing they killed Daniel Craig. Okay, cool. But it's a bad thing is like they killed the image of Bond and what he represented. You feel me? He was like the last manly man over there in the UK. And y'all killed Doctor Who, which used to be a mystery, you know, and now y'all just turned him into a female, and then she died. He turned him into a black fruitcake, kissing man, spinning around in dresses in clubs. The Doctor does not fucking do that. It's fucking bullshit. I was heated fighting trans villains and shit. I was like, get the fuck out of here. The man ruined my Star Wars, Star Trek, Supernatural, Doctor Who. Oh, fuck. But I blame myself. I apologize to my homeboy. Like, shout out to Rayman, because he was so upset at the end of Game of Thrones, and I laughed at him. I laughed. I was like, ha ha ha. And then I watched 6 franchises die in front of me. I was like, man, bro, I would never laugh at you ever again if you lose a franchise, dog. Real shit, man. Shouts out to my homeboy Rayman, dog.
Idealized version of a manly man.
Facts, Armchair. Shouts out to Armchair Revolution.
Kind of gun. He's the ultimate ladies' man. He's witty. He's handsome, and he was a badass fighter with zero wiggle room when it came to his principles and commitment to fighting
for real. And you saw the killer instinct in Bond's eyes. It's like, I'm talking about like real shit. I'm talking about like whoever the choreographer was. Shouts out to the choreographer. Because like when they do the close quarters combat scenes, or like when they already grab a weapon, but like I love the close quarter combat scenes because that really show who you are. So I'm like, okay, what you got, man? Yo, those niggas be throwing fucking pose, dog. Like real shit. And Sean Connery used to throw them bitches. Roger Moore threw them bitches, but like not better than Sean Connery to me. And Timothy Dalton was just dark, man. Too dark. But like Pierce Brosnan, you know, like if he can't use his gadget, he throwing hands. And still he will fuck you up. But Daniel Craig, it was something about Daniel Craig that made that shit look like UFC. I kind of like the realistic shit. I kind of like that, you know, shit was gutter. That shit was kind of gutter. Like, yo. Y'all niggas wilding in this motherfucking staircase. But what I love about Pierce Brosnan's Bond is they expanded on the gadgets. They expanded on him being the ladies' man with the good girl and the bad girl. They expanded on his motherfucking innuendos when he talked to the man. Like, come on, man. Pierce Brosnan is the best Bond all day, hands down. Remington Steele. But they about to fuck up our new James Bond game, y'all. And plus, after this, I got like 2 more segments of news. And then we're going to get up out of here.
In his country, that is clearly the sort of thing that is meant to appeal to men. Now, I've always maintained that if you want to write a different version of Bond, then do what so many other people have done and parody the franchise.
Yes, parody the franchise. I agree. Now, on this channel, I'm watching this Dr. Disaster. Like, he covered all the games and motherfucking comic books and entertainment and shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, like, he agreed with what most of us agree with, all our franchises being ruined by these motherfucking people that don't like us. People that don't even like us. People that make fun of us, infiltrating our escapism spaces, companies and shit, and they're fucking with our shit. Since 2015, I fucking counted. Like, yo, it's like I've watched comic books, TV shows, best-selling novels, movies. Oh my fucking God. Movies, TV shows, best-selling novels, comic books. Just go to shit. But people were cataloging back to 2016 with the female Ghostbusters. I'm going back to 2015. That's when I first seen some shit happening. I think I bought like Gears of War 5 or some shit. I'm like, oh no. Or some shit. I forgot what year.
It's like they did with Austin Powers, for example.
Right.
I'm not sure if there has been any other
series. A parody of James Bond. What's the best parody of James Bond? Archer and motherfucking Austin Powers. And shouts out to Crystal. It's cool because like she loved Archer too. You cool, Crystal? So cool. But Archer is the shit. You know, like I said, I need to get back to that series. But and plus Austin Powers, a franchise, 3 movies. Bam.
That has been parodied as
and even Austin Powers had bad chickens in the movie. Every fucking Austin Powers movie was a badass motherfucking chick. Like, yo, I think Goldmember had Beyonce. The second one had which one had Elizabeth Hurley? I think that was the first one. I'm not sure. But shit, man, badass women.
007. But if you wanted to make something that criticized him in his so-called womanizing ways, then that would be the way to do it. But taking the IP and trying to appeal to a feminine audience, turning Bond into the sort of guy whose favorite sexual position is sitting on a chair and holding the camera, doing that is going to lose a whole bunch of us. Yeah. However, that appears to be the direction that IO Interactive is going in with this game. This article...
She's like, what's your favorite position? My favorite position is sitting down holding the camera. I'm like, she gonna look at you funny as hell and probably kick your ass and probably shoot you. She might probably shoot you. Say some dumbass shit like that. Mr. Bond. So you a cuck now? You see how they did emasculate my nigga Bond? I feel like the Godfather. Look how they massacred my boy.
Here is from the outlet The Thumb Wars, and in it they talk about their philosophies, IO's philosophies, when making the new Bond. The article says, IO Interactive finally gave the world a deep dive look at what they've been cooking up with 007 First Light. But at the back end of August, select media were invited to see it early at Gamescom and also speak to some of those responsible for bringing this all-new James Bond into our hands. During a lengthy discussion with Rasmus Poulsen, the franchise art director on 007 First Light, the discussion turned towards some of the more unsavory aspects of the James Bond character, primarily...
the unsavory aspects. Y'all know the unsavory aspects. When he's talking to women, using sexual innuendos, or the sex scenes, or the scenes where they shooting at somebody and they close to each other, and they, just looking at each other all fucking like, damn, baby, you look sexy right now as you shoot that motherfucking HK 119 with that skin tight bodysuit on. God damn, like the way your titties bounce as the motherfucking as you shoot that bitch with the recoil. She like, focus, Bond. I'm like, baby, I am focusing. I am focusing on that ass. And that's how you make a James Bond parody starring Hurricane. Man, come on. But you don't motherfucking fuck up the franchise with this bullshit.
Alcoholism and womanizing, traits which, in recent years especially...
James Bond is not a womanizer. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If James Bond is a womanizer, and I defend this shit, then these women are menonizing, using their femme fatale skills to get information out of him, and he got to use his womanizing skills to get information out of her. They end up fucking, and then they both have their information to give back to their boss and whatnot. And it goes to the final battle, In my scenario, it's gonna be an epic fight between me and the bad girl, right? And she might get the slight jump on me, and I'm like, so you gonna pull that trigger? She was like, she gonna be questioning herself. She was like, I can't do it. That night with you was amazing. Well, help me stop your boss, and we can have that night every night. And then I have the bad girl to roll me, right? And then the good girl comes in like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, baby, hold on, don't shoot. She's with us now. She was like, prove it. And then we have a motherfucker.
Have drawn criticisms for being outdated.
Nigga, that's my version of Bob. Parody, coldness. But like it ain't gonna show the scene, but cold ass parody. That's how you do Bond if you want to try to motherfucking, like change some shit up. You just don't motherfucker go into the IP and take away the qualities that makes Bond. You feel me?
But they're his character traits. You may not like them the same way that
This
vegetarians
man,
might
yeah.
not like the way that Ninja Turtles eat pepperoni pizza, but tough shit. That is what makes the character who he is, and changing that has fundamentally changed him. But the article then says, when I asked if IO Interactive had taken any steps or pivoted away from those particular traits of Bond in their own representation of such a storied and well-known / loved character, Polson's eloquent answer gave some insight into what we can expect from the character in 007 First Light. And before we look at this guy's answer, let me just point out that this was in response to being directly asked about the so-called womanizing and alcoholism. With that in mind, the guy said, I think some of these words are more dramatic than I think the process is. What we did is, we looked at the entire 60-year era of the IP and really dived deep into the description by Fleming, right? About having a guy that isn't traditionally handsome and has a dark streak to him, a danger to him, of course the scar which we've employed as well. So these character traits, Bond is front foot, he's a problem solver, he lives dangerously, and of course, his sharp British wit. How that is expressed throughout the times has certainly changed, as you know it should. With that in mind, we've orchestrated a version of these traits that we feel feels appropriate for us.
Wow. Now, they said they looked at the whole 60 plus years of Bond and said, yeah, we go change some traits that benefit to us. Now, mind you, these motherfuckers are infiltrators of our gaming sector to change some shit around to make us not like the shit. So what's going to happen is people are going to buy the new James Bond game, and they're going to love the action. They're going to love that. But they're going to hate the fucking story. They're going to rip that story in fucking half. This is going to be the most talked about game as soon as this bitch come out. They're going to motherfucking have some scenes. It's going to be crazy. But y'all could already look up the screenshots of the women that's going to be in the game and how they, oh my God, it's going to be fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. Now I'll be watching because I'm subscribed to gamers that motherfucking fuck with the show on the first day. So I'm kick back, smoke a blunt, sip a brew real quick.
Continued focusing on the team around him. On the team, we have our narrative director is leading a talented team of women and men in the writing team who write these characters and the engagements, and the powerful women we have in.
And he said the powerful women. It's like, come on, man. We already know women are powerful because they on the team helping you make the game. So you already know they're going to be trying to demasculate Bond like they did in the last Bond movie. Like real shit. They're gonna motherfucker, like he probably gonna try to flirt with a woman and she gonna turn him down every chance. It's like, no. That don't happen to Bond. When Bond flirts with you, you get the picture. You flirt back. You do not reject Bond, all right? Like real shit. Nigga, that nigga Aura Farm is beyond motherfucking 9,000. You know, like he's in the category of top 5 iconic characters to most people around the world. You feel me? I'm talking about like James Bond is top 5 most iconic characters around the world. It's crazy.
And around
Like, if not top 10.
give him, what's the word? In Danish, we say counterplay that he deserves, because any great hero needs people on his side against him, as well as with a certain prowess, with a certain energy. So regardless of gender, it's important for us that we have people around him that can push him. And because we don't have a singular dogma,
people around him that can push him. Let me tell you something. And this is another thing that they fucked up at. James Bond don't need help. If he managed to be in the jam and the motherfucking girl managed to pop up and help him or some shit, it might be like a shot to the head and, you know, like he give her a look like, thanks, man. And he go on to do some shit. James Bond is on a mission alone. You feel me? When he makes his ally, you know, it's up to her to make it in time to try to help him or not. But otherwise, he on a mission. He's there to get that shit done on his own with or without the girl that he's fucking. People don't understand that. Once the girl get dick down, like, all right, cool. She rolling with me. Bad girl get dick down. Okay, cool. She rolling with me. Bam, man, I'm balling. I'm about to save the world and shit. And be back home in time for tea. Be back home in time for motherfucking tea and crumpets and 2 badass chicks that I met on a mission. One chick was trying to fucking blow my fucking head off and slice my throat. The other chick told me to grab her by the throat and give her the oi, 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 oi. And then now we are chilling together in a nice motherfucking cabin off a lake because we all secret agents and rich. Like, man.
in the company, we will have these discussions lively whenever we portray Bond. So yeah, it sounds like we are talking about.
Oh no, I think it's gonna be on the newest system. I don't got the newest system. But like if that bitch ended up on PS4, I'll grab it. I'll grab it if it's on PS4. But I think that bitch coming out for the new consoles. I think that's a PS5 exclusive. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up. If it's gonna be on P4. And plus everybody's like, you know, you might as well get a P5 and upgrade the graphics. I'm like, me, I don't care about graphics. I was born in 1988. The first shit that I played was Super Nintendo. I watched shit go from 2D to 3D. I don't give a fuck about graphics. I give a fuck about storyline. If the storyline is good, I'll play a 2-bit game in no time. And like this is why the indie scene is popping. Because like they going back making 2-bit games, making small little motherfucking side little platformers that we used to grow up playing and shit, but they got a little update feel to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you like some people just like nostalgia shit. You know, but like now people care about graphics and FPS and pixels. I'm like, who gives a fuck about that? But I understand like where they're coming from, just only to a certain degree. They were like, if it's a new system, everything got to upgrade. The shit look the same. I can't fuck with it. People got that mindset a little bit. It's like, man, just play the game. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, I think Resident Evil 4, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Final Fantasy 12 is the greatest looking games on the PS2. Greatest looking games. I'm talking about like they pushed the graphics to the limit when they made that shit. You know, I appreciate that effort, but like if the game can't make it up to those type of graphics, I wouldn't mind. If the game is fun, I'm playing it. Like motherfucking Tekken 5 for PS2. Tekken 5 don't look like Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 like a fucking movie, like a cinematic masterpiece. But I'll still play Tekken because it's a fun ass fighting game, even though it don't look as good as Final Fantasy 12, it being an RPG. But I will still play it. I don't give a fuck about graphics. But nowadays, motherfuckers giving fuck about graphics, and that shit is fucking with me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, motherfucker, like, nigga, we grew up in the 80s, nigga. We played Mario. We played motherfucking Donkey Kong. We played motherfucking, like, Ninja Turtles. We played motherfucking Gallagher. Like, what the fuck? But be on to the next piece of news. Let's go.
Belarusian forces are teaming up with Russian forces to practice how they would repel an attack from Western nations. The exercise is an ominous signal, perhaps, that Vladimir Putin has no intention of ending his war against Ukraine. Our reporter Patrick Revel today was granted rare access to cover.
Yeah, there was like, never motherfucker stop his tensions with Ukraine. But I was like, mind you, Ukraine blowing up bridges and pipelines. Like, what the fuck?
War games in the Eastern European country of Belarus, and reports now from on the ground.
Russia putting on a display of firepower. Several thousand troops taking part in the exercises called Zapad 2025 that simulate Russia and Belarus fending off a Western attack. Russia is holding the war games in Belarus amid high tension in Eastern Europe, and as Vladimir Putin has escalated the war in Ukraine. The reason we have been brought here is because Vladimir Putin...
It's like, he's been brought here because Vladimir Putin won't stop the city. It's like, no. After Ukraine did that last bullshit, blowing up bridges and pipelines and shit, and then hours later talk about, hey, yo, let's the motherfucker have a ceasefire. And Putin like, yo, this one negotiating with psychopaths. This motherfucker, come on. Why do I got a feeling I covered this? I'm getting a deja vu feeling right now. I don't.
To send a message to the West that he will not be deterred in Ukraine.
Some propaganda
Last
shit
week,
right here.
Russian drones for the first time flew into Poland in significant numbers. NATO aircraft scrambling to shoot them down. In response to the Zapad exercises, Poland has closed its border with Belarus and deployed thousands of its own troops.
Fuck you,
The
Poland.
last time Russia held these exercises, it used them as cover to build up forces for its invasion of Ukraine. Belarus's dictator Alexander Lukashenko.
Poland like, let me close my shit. Let me grab my shit. Nope. Brother Roo, don't bring your ass nowhere. Nope. Deja vu.
Allowing the Kremlin to use his country to attack Kyiv. The Kremlin and Belarus this year insist the exercises are purely defensive. The last time we were in Belarus for military exercises was just before Russia invaded Ukraine, and back then there were no drones involved in those drills. This time they feature very heavily. Since the war in Ukraine, Russia is clearly very interested in showcasing its capabilities in drone warfare. At the war games also, some unexpected guests. 2 American military attachés invited to observe. Belarus's defense minister welcoming the officers. The only other NATO countries who sent observers, Turkey and Hungary, a Kremlin ally.
Fuck you, NATO. Fuck you.
Sorry, we're from ABC, from the States. You're not allowed to comment. You're not allowed to speak.
Right. Yeah. It was like a motherfucker trying to talk to a soldier. It's like, no. Yeah, because he know you're hearing that propaganda bullshit.
He ain't allowed to speak.
In recent months, the Trump
For real, nigga,
administration
leave him
has
alone.
begun thawing relations
Because all
with
niggas over there on that
Belarus.
propaganda shit.
Lukashenko, once known as Europe's last dictator, is a key Kremlin ally.
Kremlin.
The US and Western countries heavily sanctioned his regime over Russia's invasion, but also for his brutal crackdown on mass pro-democracy protests in 2020. We're really seeing 2 Belaruses here. On this side, the protesters like a street party, and then on this side, the riot police blocking their path. Lukashenko crushed the...
Lukashenko. Hold on. Said man grew up with paper looking audiences. Wait, it's a man grew up off paper looking audiences on wrestling games. Don't let me get started on the old GTA. Exactly. It said, yep, we grew up on fucking games where you just see the hand and the fucking gun as well. Yup. Facts. That's how the game. Now they worry about the wrong things in the game. Yeah. Yep. Good shit, Jordan. How the fuck you know I was looking away? How the fuck you know I was looking away?
Protests arresting thousands, but recently he's reached out to the Trump administration. Lukashenko has freed.
Reached out to the Trump administration, and now Trump is about to do some private military shit. So he can do the same thing, locking up thousands of motherfuckers.
Some high-profile political prisoners, releasing more than 50 last week. Around the same time, Lukashenko met with Trump's envoy to Belarus, Trump sending a letter wishing Lukashenko happy birthday. In exchange, the US has lifted sanctions on Belarus's national airline and now says it wants to fully normalize relations.
The frequency,
The relationship with Belarus is potentially an important boost for the Kremlin. It's now been a month since President Trump rolled out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin in Alaska. The Russian president since then has shown no sign of moving towards peace. President Trump has said he now will not impose sanctions on Russia until NATO countries first stop buying Russian oil entirely and sanction China. That's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, that's unlikely to happen. NATO buys shit from Russia. And like I say, watch the snap. Now, y'all know it's fuck NATO, right? And NATO countries is pushing up on the fucking borders of Russia. But they motherfucker just said the quiet part out loud, y'all. NATO get oil from Russia. So going back to what I've always said, this is the new world order. They all working together. The world is a stage. Everything is a show. Watch the snap.
And that means...
Oh my God. Are y'all seeing that right now? That's what... You damn right you ain't gonna sanction Russia because Putin already said, sanction us. Nigga, we got enough land, resources, and money to motherfucking take care of our land for over 1,000+ years. Like, nigga, fuck this nigga talk about sanctions. This is propaganda, y'all.
President Putin right now is emboldened. Lindsay.
Patrick.
And plus another thing, they be like, Putin is not gonna try to do a ceasefire. I was like, man, Ukraine was bombing bridges and pipelines. And right after he did that, I'm talking about no less than 24 hours later, this nigga talking about, hey, yo, let's do a ceasefire. I'm like, Putin was like, you can't negotiate with psychopaths. This motherfucker just bombed a bridge and a pipeline, and now he want to talk about a ceasefire? No, nigga, it's all. Oh, this is hilarious.
All right, now we at the last of it. We at the last shit. Donald motherfucking Trump, motherfucking Drumpf. Hashtag shoot him with the pump. They gonna say, Why? Why? Because it's fuck the government. That's why. Blam, blam. Headshot. Yep, Donald Trump is in the UK. Yo, Vanta, allegedly, get that sniper ready. For real. Kablam, kablam. We gonna be on some John Woo shit. We gonna be jumping out the sky with the motherfucking, oh my God, with the armored motherfucking suits on and shit. Armored up, shooting photon pistols and swinging motherfucking light frequency blades and shit. Like, shit, we be fucking y'all governments up. I can't wait. But yeah, Trump is over there in the UK. Vonta, keep your eyes open. The motherfucker over there talking shit. We about to get off into it.
final preparations are being made for the arrival of President Trump, who's due to land in the UK this evening for his second visit.
Shouts out to the UK.
As a guest of the King.
Much love,
Wednesday
Vonta.
at Windsor Castle and
Love you, baby.
Chequers, the Prime Minister's country residence. Our diplomatic correspondent has been assessing the importance of the visit.
Windsor Castle awaits the focus of this state visit, where Donald Trump will be afforded all the pomp and pageantry the British monarchy can afford, beginning with a carriage procession through the royal estate. They'll be guarded on Wednesday by an escort formed by the household cavalry, who've spent days preparing. In all, some 1,300 troops and 120 horses will be involved. Far more.
1,300 troops and 150 horses. They said they spent days preparing. Days preparing for the fucking commander-in-chief of this fucking United States corporation. Hashtag fuck the government. Get them all.
The most state visits.
This is a full sovereign's escort, which means that the whole regiment is behind this effort, and it's the biggest sort of parade that we can put out as the household cavalry. So in terms of that,
he said the biggest parade that the house could put out cavalry, or whatever he said. But he said the biggest shit ever. Pause. For Donald Trump. That nigga probably going over there talking about like, how's your online safety act going? How is you policing your freedom of speech? Oh yeah, we locking those motherfuckers every day. How's your anti-anime bill going over there? Well, yeah, slowly but surely things are picking up. It ain't a lot of pushback, but there's a little bit of people talking, but we can handle it. Very good, very good. 1984.
it's a big parade for us.
And this is why the government wants to put on an even bigger show than Mr. Trump was given 6 years ago during his first state visit, when he was a guest of the late Queen. A second such visit.
Queen Elizabeth. Wink, wink. Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth. Adrenochrome drinking. Baby eating. World heavyweight fucking champion of the fucking world. The Queen. Elizabeth, and she come out as a reptilian with a queen outfit on top of some Godzilla.
Precedented for a politician. For the Americans, it's about the optics, the television pictures of the president enjoying the ceremonial honors. For Sir Keir Starmer, who saw Mr. Trump in Scotland in July, it's about using soft power to cement a relationship with an at times unpredictable ally. At a meeting at his country residence, Chequers, on Thursday, the Prime Minister's expected to agree a new technology partnership with the President and get a word in his ear on key issues such as tariffs and Ukraine. But there are risks too, of rows over the sacking of Lord Mandelson as ambassador to the US over his friendship with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and policy differences over free speech and Palestinian statehood. Protests are planned too, as there were last time. Polls suggest Mr. Trump is not popular in the UK, raising questions about what he would think of being honoured in this way, what officials say is the national interest. One thing is clear, people will have little access to this state visit, which will take place away from London, amid tight security behind a ring of steel. James Van, LBC News.
Well, let's go live to Westminster and speak to our political correspondent, Ian Watson. And Ian, a lot of people will be following this visit. This is a crucial visit for the UK.
It is, Jess. It's, of course, his second state visit. He was here in that capacity during his first term as president. But certainly politically, this is important for the government. I don't think Keir Starmer was expecting quite such a tumultuous political backdrop when he gave that letter to President Trump inviting him for a state visit when he was in the White House at the beginning of the year. But nonetheless, there are important items to discuss, including a tech deal. There's going to be an attempt to try to get the promised reduction in steel tariffs through. There's still been problems with the US on that. They're concerned about where some of the raw materials originate from. And in addition to all the pomp and ceremony we're going to see over the next few days, there will be, we believe...
Shit, let me know if my chat
the Prime Minister
ain't frozen. I put a 1 in the chat or something.
He'll be at the Prime Minister's country residence, Chequers. But, of course, the questions may not simply be about the US-UK relationship in terms of important issues as they are, technology, steel, defence, Ukraine. It's also likely, I imagine, that people will still be asking questions about recent ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson, and links to Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, Donald Trump.
Woo! Say the word Epstein. Mandelson. No. Mm-hmm.
I'm very keen to avoid any of those questions himself. Many of his supporters were expecting the so-called Epstein files to be released. He says they don't exist, and suggested when he was asked about the topic in the past that it was, quote, boring. So I imagine it's something which neither man really wants to talk about, but I don't know if they'll be able to avoid it.
And on that question of Lord Mandelson, the Prime Minister will be facing further scrutiny in Parliament over his appointment.
Well, that's right. An emergency debate has been granted by the Speaker, a 3-hour debate which gets underway at lunchtime. The veteran Conservative MP David Davis asked for it, and this will be further discomfort, I think, to the Prime Minister. I don't expect him to be replying to any of this. It's likely to be a government minister, probably a Foreign Office minister, replying to it, but it will keep the focus on Keir Starmer's judgment. Why did he appoint Peter Mandelson in the first place? What did he know about
Man, I
Peter
hope they ain't
Mandelson's,
freeze my chat.
relationship with Jeffrey Epstein at the time of his appointment? The Prime Minister, of course, to be clear, said that he did not know the content of some of the emails that were in the public domain when he defended Lord Mandelson almost a week ago, Prime Minister's questions. It was after that, the nature and the extent of the relationship between Lord Mandelson and Jeffrey Epstein at that point.
Woo!
And then the following morning, of course, he said he was withdrawing him as ambassador to the US. Nonetheless, the Conservatives, I think, will be pushing very strongly to get more information on what happened during the vetting process for Lord Mandelson. They've been calling for documents to be made available, and anything which the Prime Minister would have seen before that appointment. Now, irrespective of whether they succeed in getting those documents, I think it's highly unlikely that they will. Nonetheless, they know there's a lot of discomfort on the Labour benches in the House of Commons, and that's something which I think they'll be seeking to exacerbate later on today.
Ian, thank you. And of course, we're following that emergency debate happening in Parliament today here in the UK. Ian Watson, thank you.
Yep. And that's that. That's motherfucking that. But let me know if y'all hear me clearly. Let me know, put a 1 in the chat or a fire emoji in the chat or something. I don't see nothing, I hope my shit ain't frozen. Just let me know my shit ain't frozen. Now, I'm still trying to work this thing out. I think I saw a feature where it says invite guests, as I click down on the button, but you got to do it right before you go live. So like probably on the next, we're going to have to probably like try to test out the invite, so I can see it, so I can let anybody up, so I can probably see how many people can I let up. If anybody know how many people I can let up on the, on the YouTube live, let me know, because I got to test it. I got to test this shit out, y'all. So it'll be good. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Oh, shit. Probably sometime tomorrow, we'll probably test it out. Or fuck, we probably test it out now. Shit, I probably have to end this live, though. I probably have to end this and come back up. It all depends. But my phone is acting like a bitch. My other phone, it ain't letting me go online. I think I ran out of motherfucking data. But yeah, Trump is over there in the UK. Don't know what they're talking about, but they probably gonna be talking about some Ukraine shit. But they definitely gonna be talking about the Online Safety Act. Definitely. Let's see. Tell me I gotta delete some files, slowing up my phone. How is that even fucking possible? I don't even be on this bitch. Like, unless I'm doing news. But nope, it ain't letting me in. God damn it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can do the same thing I did last night. Turn on the hotspot and use the phone that I was just playing the other shit on. Hold on. I gotta turn on the Wi-Fi. All right, hotspot tethering on. Mobile hotspot. All right, turn on the Wi-Fi. It should be already on. And it should automatically connect because I did the shit last night. So it shouldn't be no goddamn fucking problem. And I could be able to see if my chat frozen or not. Or somebody put one in the chat. Put a fire emoji in the chat or something. Help me out on some Kevin Hart shit. Help me. Oh, shit. Is this it? Mobile network? No, It's connections. Right? Yeah, hotspot tethering. Mobile hotspot. Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck? No. It's not what I want to do right now. How the fuck did that happen? Wait, no. Mobile hotspot. On. It should automatically connect to this shit. Automatically. All right, the hotspot is on, but it's unconnected. How the fuck my Wi-Fi turn off? Sorry, technical difficulties, everybody. Technical difficulties. Fuck it. Till then, let's play some music. Over here. Let's get it. Oh, shit. No, I'm in the wrong spot. Let's go.
Born and raised in the ghetto, set up with my hand on the metal. Rap out on a whole other level. I put fear in the guys and the devils. These trying to get the verse with a human being. By giving archive they eulogy. I told them you ain't new to me. There's nothing you can't do to me. I'm in this mortal. Keep your head through the portal. Body turn blue like a squirtle. Smoking no herbal. Calling it herbal. Shooting these fans got a brother than a hurdle. That's this laugh. Smarter than herbal. Rappers is drag. Calling them murder. Rappers is trash. Put them in the circle. For the rap game, I'm the one that'll murder. Lyrical bullets as soon as I pull it. You thought I know what the cover of the rappers of practice. Ain't a second better than better. I'm around with anybody that want about a hurricane. The brain pain. Nigga, you better scatter off the lead to get down and hack in the pattern. Fucking gonna be niggas. I gotta kill him. Fill him with venom. A bit on my back. And burn the black rappers react. Cause I am a killer. Coming straight for the murder. Bending with us. The villains that never ripping up. Ripping any rapper they wanna fuck with. You wanna get tough. You better get bumped. Get up a bump. Nigga, get jumped. Wanna dump. Y'all niggas get up. Niggas are not silly. Go home and yo get it. Street you both for show and no pity. Load up the boat. You sell your boat for go. Go to the coast. So dope in your city. If you provoke the folks and go for smoke. Everybody get your home. They gon' get it. Grab the rope. The grab your hold. Tie you up. Then hang the bitch. Pro ceiling. Cold feeling. And the cold. The whole mission. Going up a building. I leave in the 4 minutes. Fans and cops. Get your shots. Spin the block. Cause I got the off the old witness. You man better mind your own business. Fuck. I strive, but I mind your own business. Fuck Bill Gates, but I mind your own business. I'm a queen, you on, so down, you on bitches. So willing, so driven, I'm cold with it. Hard bitch, I'm calling the Bruce Willis. Bruce Lee, bitch, I keep the soul kicking like BBC. I kick the 4 buildings. So I never been a mama sitting to your motherfucking nigga don't be a hitter when it's over time. But I never been a mama sitting to the motherfucking nigga don't be a hitter when it's over time. Feeling never been a mama sitting to the motherfucking nigga don't be a hater when it's love time. Feeling never been a mama sitting to the motherfucking nigga don't be a hater when it's love time. Feeling never been a mama sitting to the motherfucking nigga don't be a hater when it's love time. Feeling
filling up a venom, I'ma send it to the motherfucker, make a nigga don't be a hitter when the flood return.
I hope my chat ain't frozen yet. Yeah. My phone is not letting me motherfucking sing.
Hit the valley of blaze like soul caliber. Then my chrome caliber bang is long value. I was so glorious, kicking you in your orifices. Then smash the source of the show with metamorphosis. Fighting like a Morpheus, smacking within the accordion. Think like King Glory and pull up in the DeLorean. Doc Brown witness these black sounds. I pop rounds, hot rounds up in your head. Body was not found, drop down just like a ninja. Stone cold killer, my blade cut up stars. Create gold rivers, my cool down with chain, it takes souls, nigga exposed on your brains, make it explode on the typical, you with the stickable, individual, pitiful, politicians, time to get busy, the 230 is here, so you deny close, hurry, ain't be not ain't blood and cars, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe, if you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. Yeah, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. Yeah, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you better know. Yeah, you gon' smoke, you get smoked, you little hoe. Vacate the whole place, so get your soul erased. Blood is a prison planet, so there is no escape. You got to here with me, you better know your face. I'm the guy killing your nigga, there is no party game. Ain't no purgatory in hell, this is no holy place. So I got to be still around, create a holy place. Levitating planets, my God, status galactus. Reactive blast with the fashion, the classic madness, assassin. I'm not too satisfaction for blasting cops in the cabin. Bragging about wreaking havoc, the feds, we call them lacking. More powerful than the batting, you better summon the kraken. Cracking get with a flagon. Status causing reactions to planets, I'm doing damage. Got the better advantage, the amulet of Atlantis. Turn sand in the glasses, to turn hate in the ashes. I mean, you can't imagine, I'm blasting lyrical banners. God damn it, you better panic. I'm savage like Randy Savage. On point like a baddest. My status for rebel action. Like activated the fastest. The baddest motherfucker that's on the planet. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You better know. If you gon' smoke, you get smoked. You little hoe. Cause it sure looks to me like them niggas ain't playing.
Salute everybody.
Fuck the law, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all. Fuck the law, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all. Fuck the law, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all. Fuck the law, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all. If you get dog, time to break you off, hit you with the song, so dog, take your head off, hit you with the wrong, hold off to the graveyard, shallow grave of more, take off till Niagara Falls, hiding from the law, lays off like a mid-page, gauge with a switchblade, display your brain in case to the mid-page, horror shit, like a horror flick, bitch you wanna wish that I won't do, wanna shit, that I wanna spit, fucking shit, got a bunch of things on the bucket list, taking out feds, politicians in the government, music enemy, your brain, watching on the public, you will own nothing, and be happy, that's some sucker shit, I'm strong, fiddle with a bomb, call me Killer Kong, stop it with a bomb, fire them up like a sister bomb, it's the bomb, get the bigger bombs from the bigger song, call a missing bomb, coming out of the synagogue, the mall, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all, fuck them all, we gon' get them all, we gon' kill them all. Say the dog, trying to pay the cost because I'm a boss, but get lost in the fucking songs, hanging with these balls, cause they all undercover laws, trying to steal your heart, like they walk through the fucking door, they can throw the songs, going hard on the fucking hook, fuck, go and tell bro, you the bed in the fucking head, I by his elbow. Yeah, bro, hopping out the whip, saying, yeah, ho, red, that's the top, about to pop up in the head, bro. His face, beating Bill Gates with some milk crates, fucking deep fake. I'ma destroy the deep state, confidential files, I'ma put that shit on eBay. Take the feds down, shoot them all on the freeway. At a speedway, shot a cop, beat cheesecake, fucking clean slate. Beat your body with a knee brace, fucking beef fake. Can't wait till they leave fake, no D-way. Can't wait till the heat spray.
All right. About to get up out of here. But stay tuned. I'm about to go live again so we can test out this invite feature. You know what I'm saying? So we can test it out. Just talk a little shit for a minute for about maybe an hour or two, rock out to some music, and then I gotta get ready to head to work. But we need to test out this invite feature and see, what's popping with it. So shouts out to everybody coming through. I know, Joy, you might hop back on. Like whoever hop back on, we need to, try to test this shit out real quick and see what's popping. In the words of Kevin Hart, help me. And I think my chat frozen. So I was like, let's stop this shit right here then. Play a couple tracks, fuck the law, and Trump with this private military shit. So stay tuned. As soon as I end this, I'm gonna go live again so we can test out this invite feature. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play some more music and shit on, and then we're gonna talk shit a little bit, and then it is what it is. But this is the end of the HHN special report. And you know how we end it. But we coming back. As soon as I end this live, we coming right back so we can test out this invite feature. So, mic check. I walk around the streets with my black Tech 9 on the waistline. Look at the hype shit. I never claimed to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs the got some blind. I'll be right back in a quick second. Let's end this and come right back live. Catch y'all in a minute. This is the HHN special report. Nigga said special twice. It's a special report. Much love to everybody for coming through. Thank you. Shouts out to the First Lady, Vonta. Much love to the goddess Crystal. Thank you again for that Charlie Kirk shit. That's the mic drop, baby. That's the mic drop with the explosion to go with it. Boom, baby. We out. I'll be right back, though. I'm about to go live again so we can test out this invite feature.